BasicNG are a family who love all things gaming. From classic games to the latest releases, we play them all and would like you to join us on our journey. Here is some more about us. EddyBarbados is a former scaffolder from Romford, who for reasons unknown was sucked through a wormhole located in a nightclub toilet during a 2007 holiday with the boys. Finding himself on Phobos, he soon found work as a double-glazing salesman. Eddy claims to be the greatest DJ on Phobos and that he plays celebrity golf with the ghost of Telly Savalas. In actual fact, he is banned by the Phobian authorities from playing any music. He is banned from being within 20 feet of Kenny Loggins and is wanted in Bulgaria for perjury. He has been described by pepperpigisrude and Princess Astria of Ganymede as a spineless crook. He is perhaps most famous though for his defeat of a giant pan-dimensional hookworm on Neptune by accidentally running it over with a van load of counterfeit Nike trainers during an attempt to flee. Eddy enjoys watching repeats of Grange Hill, playing Monopoly with his senile father and crochet. He is the worst gamer in the galaxy. He hopes one day to settle down with pepperpigisrude despite her showing an active disinterest in him. pepperpigisrude is a former housewife who during the summer of 1986 was kidnapped by an unknown species of alien. She was traded for a set of jump leads on Callisto and found herself in the army of a species of extragalactic insectoids. After several years of fighting her way up the ranks, she decided to take herself freelance and form her own private military company. Due to a driving ban curtailing business opportunities and several outstanding warrants for fraud on Miranda, Pepper is back on Earth. Pepper enjoys playing in Scrabble championships with her local Women's Institute chapter, where her stubbornness and straight-talking win her plenty of praise. She also came third place in the 1994 season of Gladiators. She would have finished first but was docked points for cheating. Pepper now runs club nights in Eastbourne, Brighton and on Enceladus. She hopes one day to have her own tech startup. King Lily 98 is the formerly disembodied consciousness of an AI that fell through a time warp to Victorian London. After becoming bored, he switched himself off until he was reactivated in the body of a 1988 Ford Sierra. This depressed King, as before he fell through the time warp, he was enjoying a successful career as a footballer. Having played for Neptune Orient 1999 to 2001, IO United 2001 to 2004, Charlton Athletic 2004-2005, Gallifrey Wednesday 2005 to 2. During this period, he attempted to find fame and fortune as a racing car, but his cowardice let him down, so he ended up owning a share in a minicab firm. He finally convinced Eddy to purchase him a body from a scrap dealer Eddy was attempting to defraud at the time. He now works in a supermarket bakery. King tells people that he is the AI of a doomsday machine from the year 2400 but isn't aware that Trauma Girl 45 has told us all he is actually the AI from a novelty singing reindeer. He must be fed on old VHS tapes and once caught salmonella poisoning from a copy of Robin Hood Prince of Thieves that wasn't cooked properly. King likes to think he is the sensible one in the group, but he is let down by his own stupidity. In fact, he is barely more intelligent than Eddy. He is, however, the only one of us who can play Roblox. King enjoys holidaying on 1990s Earth because he feels that Cartoon Network peaked in this period and will spend 2 weeks each summer there. He is a fan of the works of Michael Caine and claims to have read his autobiography over 62 times. He is married to the High Priestess of Minos, but is currently estranged from her due to her schedule and general loathing of him. King hopes one day to emigrate to Beetlejuice. Trauma Girl 45 is the spirit of a Japanese schoolgirl from 27th century feudal Japan. She is the greatest ninja in the galaxy. However, she is also the laziest being in the universe. As the greatest ninja in the galaxy, Trauma was summoned to fight and defeat a pan-dimensional hookworm that was about to devour the inhabitants of Neptune but couldn't be bothered to offer battle to the beast. It was only after several billion casualties and much cajoling from the local population, that in sheer annoyance at her gaming session being interrupted, she went into a state of pure zen and prayed to a higher level of consciousness for help. It was then that at pepperpigisrude, at EddyBarbados and at King Lily 98 were summoned. A ferocious battle ensued around her, and apparently unaware of this, Trauma merely continued playing Piggy Chapter 2. It wasn't until at pepperpigisrude launched a massive and ultimately futile air assault on the bemused animal, that knocked out the Wi-Fi, and forced Trauma into action. Trauma Girl spent the next few centuries of her death lounging around on various planets while Eddy attempted to marry her off to the royal household of Venus, ultimately without success. Trauma Girl enjoys sleeping, playing video games and manipulating Eddy into tormenting at King Lily 98. She gets on well with the team, but has a somewhat tense relationship with Pepper. This is due in part to her own sassy attitude and Pepper's legendarily dry sarcasm. At Trauma Girl 45's current whereabouts are unknown, as she is on the run from Dagenham Town Council.